Have you ever been addicted to food? While many have the occasional sweet tooth, there are those who just can't stop gorging. Food addiction is very real. While some love to pig out or laze around watching TV and binge eating, others may be addicted to emotional eating disorders, making them morbidly obese. Kulisa, for example, ate because of heartbreak, while Oscar, the fattest man in Colombia, took to eating because he lost his mom. Brianna was obese because of poor parenting, and then you have Casey, who loves nothing but food. Check out this video of 15 people who literally can't stop eating. Stay till number 1 and you'll find out how overeating can take hold of you. Casey. Would you consider eating till your stomach bursts? Meet Casey King. Just 34, this guy weighs a whopping 707 pounds. And all because he eats like there's no tomorrow. Don't even think of rebuking Casey. He admits he loves gorging food just like the Green Goblin ghost in Ghostbusters. And get this, he says he most probably will eat himself to his grave.
And I was like, Dad, I'm afraid to get back in there again. He's like,
well, for some, what better way to go than a stomach full of burgers, pizzas, and soda? In fact, Casey has no qualms about being obese, although he knows he needs to lose weight. He'll be appearing on TLC's Family by the Ton featuring people who need to lose weight. And get this, he says the entire day he does nothing but plays video games and keeps gorging naked. Oh wow, you didn't see that coming, did ya? He said clothes didn't fit, but come on Casey, even the Hulk wore pants, didn't he? I think I've just lost my appetite. What about you? Marla. If you thought Casey was obese, wait till you see Marla. 800 pounds and growing, she just can't stop eating. This woman is so morbidly obese she can't move and is taken care of by her family. Marla's eating problem is making her so fat she just keeps wanting more and more. She even says, I love food. When I start eating those foods, I can't stop. She throws tantrums if she doesn't get what she wants. Marla's kids are distraught with their mom's behavior and are terrified she might not last long. While they bring her food to keep her happy, they know without immediate help, they'll lose their mom. Marla's daughter tearfully admits that she's afraid of what might happen, but as for Marla, she's confused. She says she wants to change to avoid the inevitable, but then again, will wolf down a bag of fries, battered fish with sauce and cheese. But hey, wait till you see the next video of twins who can't get enough of food. Steve and Eddie. Have you ever heard of Tweedledee and Tweedledum? They were chubby twins from Alice in Wonderland. But when you're not in Fantasyland, gorging can be a problem. Diana Schatzlin Ahern is going crazy with her twins Steve and Eddie, who just can't stop eating. Besides having autism, the twins were born with Prader-Willi syndrome, a lethal combination that makes them violent, angry, and constantly hungry. Diana, 55, is at her wit's end trying to cope. The boys, now 13, are growing stronger and more stubborn each day, which makes them worse. In fact, Diana feels that she may need to call the authorities. She keeps her refrigerator locked, but if you think that stops them, you're wrong. If it's not cat food, they may just drink her cleaning products too. Yuck! That really sucks, and we feel for you, Diana. We really do. Stay tuned. The next woman isn't just obese. What she does with her flab? Geez, you're not gonna believe. Caitlin Finley. Caitlin Finley from Kentucky, USA is not as heavy as the others you've seen so far, but what she does with her 420 pounds of fat will make you shake your head in disbelief.
I actually felt worse when I was thinner.
This 22-year-old loves gorging on junk and exposes her flab on camera. Caitlin earns 130 pounds a week just showing off her chubby body. And what if you knew she's just under 5 feet? Would that make it more interesting too? Caitlin says she's cool despite a BMI of 80, and to her credit, she visits the doctor several times a year to remain healthy. As for Caitlin's mom, here's a big shocker. She just loves what Caitlin's doing and encourages her to tuck away 10,000 calories daily. You're gonna feel sorry for their mom in the next video, so keep watching. Don't go. Rebecca. Would you keep an alarm in your kitchen so that your kids don't raid the food? While that may sound a bit strange, Rebecca's mother has no other option. You see, Rebecca is only 11, but suffering from Prader-Willi syndrome means that she can never be full. Rebecca, if only left to do what she pleases, could well eat everything in sight, and that could be extremely dangerous and fatal for her too. Rebecca weighs 154 pounds and is so hungry all the time. She won't hesitate to gobble up the cat food. Oh no, not the cat food again. According to the doctors, Rebecca's genetic disorder is incurable. Combined with ongoing health problems, it means she has a short lifespan. which leaves her parents in a dilemma with what to do. If they refuse to let her overeat, she just steals food. Rebecca's condition is an uncommon one where the brain never tells you when you're full. Kulisa. Not all who keep pigging out do it for pleasure and greed. There are many like Kulisa who resort to emotional overeating. Kulisa, who weighs 600 pounds, has 2 daughters to take care of, making life a constant challenge. She struggles to overcome emotional eating and has been doing so since childhood. You see, life has been unkind to Kulisa, who after losing her mom began emotional overeating when she was just 15. She then weighed 300 pounds. A brief stint of happiness and 2 lovely girls ended in another tragedy when Kulisa lost her partner in a car crash. Depression and overeating resulted in a heart attack, and soon after she found she just couldn't stop eating. Kulisa's depression makes her eat to escape reality. Doctors fear another heart attack could be fatal. Kulisa's obesity has rendered her immobile, but thankfully her daughters care for her, feed her, and clean her. For Kulisa, moving is exhausting and painful because her weight is too much, especially for her knees. Life is now a challenge, but with encouragement from her daughters, Kulisa is trying her best with weight management. Nicole. Obesity isn't a condition you would want to experience. Imagine yourself a 700-pound shopper being wheeled around in a supermarket. How embarrassing is that? For Nicole from Marion, Ohio, that's a way of life, and yet being so obese hasn't stopped her from overeating. This 23-year-old mother of 2 toddlers weighs a whopping 700 pounds, and instead of taking care of her toddlers, her boyfriend has to take care of her. Nicole's favorite pastime is shopping for food. She also loves shoveling down chips and candy the entire day. She and boyfriend Charlie find it fun pushing Nicole around in an electric shopping cart and purchasing her favorite foods. Nicole and Charlie have a very different concept of romance. While you may feel a candlelit dinner is romantic, for Nicole and Charlie, it's hitting the local supermarket shopping for food. What's weird is how Nicole says she finds people staring at her makes her nervous. But then again, Nicole dear, why not stop eating? In her defense, Nicole is trying to lose the weight, and we wish her all the best. Keep watching because next is a 12-year-old girl and her story will really move you. Brianna. Hearing 12-year-old Brianna from Mississippi speak to journalist Lisa Ling about her obesity is heartbreaking. Like Brianna, most obese kids today are victims of poor parenting and wrong diet. Brianna weighs 347 pounds, but that's not all. She's at high risk of diabetes and heart disease, and the reason is shocking. Brianna's parents know nothing about healthy eating. Her mother cooks only traditional soul food. Her recipes include lots of turkey wings and pigs cooked in dollops of pig fat and grease. Although packed with flavor, the food is laced with sugar, fat, and high calories. Accompanying the family to the store, Lisa found the family lives completely out of canned food instead of fresh produce. Doctors have diagnosed Brianna as having 52% body fat, a condition that makes her morbidly obese. The 6th grader tearfully admits to Lisa that she just can't take the bullying at school. Society often gets it wrong, blaming obesity on overeating, but it's children like Brianna who have no options when it comes to choosing food. Like Brianna, Oscar weighs over 400 kilograms. Watch on because the reason will shock you. Oscar Vasquez Morales. Obesity can have no limits, and it's astonishing to find someone like Oscar Vasquez weighing almost 900 pounds. The man is immobile and so heavy to move, he needs a fire truck to get him out of his house. 48-year-old Oscar Vasquez Morales is unarguably the fattest man in Colombia. At 900 pounds, Oscar eats nothing but junk food, and in spite of knowing the dangers of his condition, he just can't stop eating. Because of his worsening condition, he's been unable to leave his home in Palmyra. Oscar wasn't always obese. Though he was a chubby child and weighed over 250 pounds at 17, he could still play soccer. But then Oscar's mother passed away, and for him, that was a big tragedy. The loss of the one woman he always loved resulted in depression and emotional eating. Oscar acknowledges his condition and plans to undergo weight loss surgery that may see him lose over 400 pounds in the coming years. He will improve, hopefully. Check out the obese siblings in the next video, and if they don't watch out, they're about to face a huge calamity. Daniela and Martin Gibbs. For Martin and Daniela Gibbs, an admission of a growing weight problem couldn't have come better in their morbidly obese lives. Martin, weighing 498 pounds, and Daniela, 448 pounds, know now that it's time to do something about their weight that's threatening their health. Life as an obese woman wasn't all that cool, realizes Daniela. She's stared at in public and is often the subject of ridicule. Her growing hatred for society led to depression and emotional eating. But now, she says it's time for action. For Martin, life was pretty much the same after suffering emotional eating disorders. The siblings have motivated each other to opt for bypass surgery that will help them shed several pounds. Appearing on The Fat Doctor proved a turning point in their lives, and now Martin, who went under the surgeon's knife, says he's lost his ravenous appetite. And good gracious, just look at him. He's actually begun to work out. It's amazing when you think of helping yourself what commitment you can do. You ain't seen nothing yet. Next, we have the world's fattest family. Can you beat that? The world's fattest family. It's sad knowing how depression makes people obese, but this family takes the cake.
Are we being selfish right now?
But that's why we just gotta get rid of the evidence.
They just love to eat. Their motto, a family who eats together gets fat together. If you don't believe it, just take a look at Drew. It's a wonder he can walk. Seriously, this family definitely needs to do something about their weight because they weigh a collective 2,000 pounds. In fact, they're even featured in the documentary titled Family by the Ton. For this family, eating is religion, and boy, every member from the oldest to the youngest is obese. They eat like there's no tomorrow, but then again, with bodies like that, it just has to be food and more food. Thank goodness there's one little guy who still seems slim and healthy. Hang in there, buddy, and resist that food. Watch on. Peter. How much should a young child weigh? What was your weight when you were 4? As per child experts, an average 4-year-old should weigh around 40 pounds. But Peter, an autistic boy, weighs 115 pounds. Now that's really obese. Peter's condition is making Mom Trinity crazy, wondering what's wrong with Peter. Strangely though, his 3 siblings are all healthy, yet Peter's condition remains a medical mystery.
Not right now, baby. No more.
Adding to her growing problem is Peter's craving for food, as he will eat whatever he gets his hands on. As bizarre as it sounds, she's also seen him eating cardboard and foam. Yeah, you heard that right. While Trinity is at a loss and also trolled with accusations of bad parenting, she feels he may have Prader-Willi syndrome, a genetic condition that plays havoc with your hormones. It causes violent behavior, mental disabilities, and eating abnormalities.